Morning, everybody. So this morning, my brother Brandon and my brother-in-law Matt were with, so that made it nice to have some extra company this morning. We went down to Front Street and then down along Front Street over the bridge, and then when we came back, we went over the wall, and that's what the video that you're seeing here is on the other side of the wall, walking along Front Street in Sunbury. There's a nice trail over here that runs right along the river. It's a pretty nice view, especially in the morning as the sun's coming up. So I'm going to do the devotion here. So the devotion for today is the same verse from yesterday in Hebrews 11:32. And this one's titled Faith in the Face of Death. So I'll just read that verse again. It says, "For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon and Barak and Samson." So Samson's extraordinary strength made him a renowned biblical hero. Did you know that there was a movie made about him? Released by Paramount Pictures in 1949, Samson and Delilah hit the big screen. Victor Mature played Samson, and Hedy Lamarr played Delilah. It was a hit and became the highest-grossing movie of 1949 and 1950, reaching $28 million. Samson was set apart, a Nazarite from birth, and the Spirit of God was upon him. God gave him incredible strength. In the days of the Philistines, Samson was the judge of Israel for 20 years, and perhaps it would have been longer if it had not been for his weakness for women. God used Samson to help defeat the Philistines. He killed 30 Philistines and took their apparel over a dispute about a riddle. He killed another 1,000 men with just the jawbone of a donkey. When entering Gaza, he met a harlot and lay with her. The Philistines surrounded him, but at midnight Samson took hold of the city gates and carried them up a hill. In the valley of Sorek, he met another harlot, Delilah. There were 30 Philistine lords who offered to pay her 1,100 pieces of silver if she would betray him. She accepted their money, and, using her womanly ways, she set about discovering the secret of his great strength. Time and time again she failed, but she continued to pester him about it to death. Samson finally told her that his strength was in his hair, but the truth of the matter was his strength was given to him by the Spirit of God. Delilah succeeded. She shaved his locks of hair. The Spirit of God departed from Samson, and in weakness he was easily captured. The Philistines plucked out his eyes. One day Samson was led into the temple of their god Dagon. Blind, Samson asked a lad to help him feel the pillars. Knowing he faced his own death, by faith he called upon God one last time, and his strength returned. In one act of faith, he pushed the pillars and destroyed the temple, killing 3,000 Philistines. Have faith when you face your own death. When that time comes, you do not need to be afraid. Why? When you take your very last breath, God will send his angels to carry you through the gates of heaven. And it ends with a quote here by Billy Graham. It says, "The moment we take our last breath on earth, we take our first breath in heaven." So again, this whole thing has been about faith and just having your faith in Jesus. When we get to that point where we breathe our last breath here on earth, we can rejoice in knowing that we'll be with our Savior. And the same thing for the people that are here. It's sad when we lose loved ones. It's sad not having them around, but we can still live with the memories that we have with them. But more importantly, we can live it with knowing that they put their faith in Jesus, and they are in a better place. They are no longer in their earthly bodies that are deteriorating and full of pain and sorrow and bruises and bumps and all that other stuff. So we know that if we put our faith in Jesus, this time here on earth is temporary, and it is not our home. It's just a stepping stone until we get to our eternal home with our Maker and Savior, Jesus Christ. So I just want to encourage you to, if you don't know Jesus, reach out to somebody that can talk to you about what it's like to put your faith in Jesus and what that means, and just be able to walk with him. So I hope everybody has a great day, and God bless.